Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, I'll tell you what, today is so far a pretty awesome day because not only has the temperature today reached 75 whole degrees outside. Whoa, hey, fantastic. I've had the house open all day since the temperature hit 60 this morning, and it's actually comfortable in here for the first time in months. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I have been freezing my butt off all this time. I can finally be a little bit warm. Now if I had hot water, everything would be great. Anyway, there has been some cool stuff going on. Earlier today, I and quite a few other of the Hermit Crafters put up some special videos. The link for mine is in the description, and it contains links to others, so that everybody's video gets to be seen. And there's a bunch of good stuff, really it is. We had a lot of fun with that. And let's see what else has been going on. For the last several days, I haven't been doing a whole lot in the way of video. As a matter of fact, I haven't been doing anything in the way of vlogs for the last several days. And what can I say? There's a good reason for that. I got caught up reading again. I got out a dusty old yellow-paged favorite, The Hobbit. And of course, then having finished The Hobbit, I must, of course, continue with the Fellowship of the Ring. Well, you know how that is. Once you start something like that, you've got to go through the whole thing. You have to do it in the right order, and so on and so forth. I had occasion recently to see the Peter Jackson movie, The Hobbit. And I'll tell you what, it's a very, very good movie. But it's not the story that J.R.R. Tolkien wrote. It's a good movie, but he's made so many changes to the story, added new characters, removed others, so on and so forth. While it's a good movie, it's not the story that I read in the book. And, there's something about that bothers me just a little bit. They make some really fantastic movie, and I realize that adapting a movie from a book means that there are going to be changes. But there is, in my personal opinion, no reason to add characters to the story that were not in it, to add events to the story that did not take place and weren't even hinted at in the book. I don't like that sort of thing. Peter Jackson's a great movie maker, and The Hobbit is a great film, a great movie. But it's not the story that Tolkien wrote. Not even close. Well, close, yes. But there's a lot that's different. A lot that shouldn't be different, in my opinion. Call me OCD or whatever, I don't care, but that's the size of that. Anyway, onward. There's more going on. Kerbal Space Program has released a new version today. And yeah, April Fool's Day is a heck of a day to do that. But they did actually release it, and it is real. It's not a joke version. This one was made in collaboration with NASA. And it is known as 0.23.5 is the version number, and it is known as the Asteroid Redirect Mission. And it adds all kinds of good things to Kerbal Space Program. Some of the most powerful rocket engines ever put in the game, or actually the most powerful rocket engines ever put into the game. Larger fuel tanks and other assorted parts, and one item that is known as the Advanced Grabbing Unit, otherwise referred to as the Claw. Because the reason for that is that another thing that's been added is that now asteroids will spawn randomly in the game, relatively close to the orbit of Kerbin. Sometimes they'll be on an orbit that flies right on by with no problem. Sometimes they'll be on an orbit that has a close approach, comes close to Kerbin. And sometimes they'll be on an orbit that has an impact. Yeah. Now, the asteroids do not leave craters or anything like that. From what I've seen in promotional videos and Twitch streams and whatnot, when an asteroid hits the ground, if it hits the water, it sinks to the bottom. And if it hits the land, it bounces and rolls around until it comes to a stop. And that would be rather interesting to see with a Class E asteroid. The Class E is the largest of the 5 classes of asteroids, with a radius of 18 meters or larger. This thing is, I would say a Class E asteroid is probably about the size of a medium-sized office building. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. I have one more episode, episode 22 of my Kerbal Space Program Career Mode series that was recorded in 0.23 before the ARM update. Episode 23 will be recorded in the ARM update because I have found that I was able to move a copy of my existing save and all the mods that I'm using into the ARM update. Everything works. There was a couple of things that needed to be updated, but other than that, everything just works. So, asteroid fun will continue. And speaking of which, I think I'm going to stop talking and talking and talking and talking and get busy making some of that fun. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.
It's the Tinfoil Ship.